Welcome to Books for Success. Today, we're delving into The Wisdom Within, Single on Purpose, by John Kim. Discover the benefits of being single. Embark on a self-improvement journey to make your next relationship healthy and long-lasting. You'll learn why you feel lonely, how to reconnect with yourself after a breakup, what makes you jump into relationships, to build the life you want. Subscribe and ring the bell for notifications if you want to keep receiving the knowledge of book summaries about health, wealth, love, psychology, and much more. Don't be shy about dropping your book suggestions for us to summarize. Also, you can use this video as an audiobook summary. Let's grow and succeed together. Lonely or single? Have you ever felt lonely or feared rejection? Or have you tried to date yourself after a breakup but struggled? In reality, humans are social, so everyone feels alone at least once. During such times, you may contact an ex or force a relationship you know isn't right. However, jumping into a new relationship often prevents you from reflecting on the previous one. This way, you're keeping yourself from valuable insights that could otherwise lead to significant growth. Take advantage of your single time and become whole and happy by yourself. Prioritizing your own joy will allow you to build a healthy relationship where you don't lose yourself. Life is full of dating advice, but we should all learn how to be single first. Whether you just broke up, have never had a romantic partner, or have never been alone, the following insights will help you find peace. So, let's explore a roadmap to happy singlehood, leading to a healthy relationship with yourself and, eventually, your partner. No one can fix you but yourself. Loneliness during singlehood is natural. But why do you feel it? The real reason is that you haven't found someone to love, which is also expected. However, phrasing it as, "I am lonely," impacts your soul differently. A feeling of loneliness is fleeting, while the latter is your identity. Thinking this way attracts self-blame and fear. Being alone is not being lonely. How do you get rid of the fear of loneliness? Accept that you're alone. Resisting what you cannot change will only damage you. Whether you will find your person or not, you must accept the possibility of living alone. Wanting love is okay, but this desire shouldn't occupy your days. A romantic partnership is one of many parts of life. Once you build on other aspects, like work, family, or art, the fear will fade. Unfortunately, many lose their sense of self due to childhood trauma, heartbreak, or being an outcast. Love makes you feel accepted and whole but can often drive the disconnect with yourself further, which fortifies the relationship craving. However, you must look inside instead of searching for the fix in other people. Going through the motions is the biggest culprit for this disconnect. John Kim recalls working as a screenwriter for years after he lost his passion. He forgot his greater purpose and thought money would bring happiness, which never happened. He realized that connection with ourselves, work, and people makes life meaningful. But how do you reconnect? Remember a hobby you abandoned? What did you enjoy before routine got in the way? Returning to an overlooked passion can help you channel the time when you liked yourself and re-establish the connection with yourself. Liking yourself again will feed your spirit and lift your self-esteem. While it's not a straightforward journey, such activities ensure you pay attention to your soul and find happiness within. Did you know? There are more single people in the US now than ever before, 45.2% of the adult population. The self-care triad. As self-care gains popularity, people often focus on material indulgences while overlooking the essentials. Mind, body, soul. Reconnecting with your body means accepting it first. It's a beautiful machine, not a mere aesthetic or sexual object. Most people criticize themselves, seeing how they look from the outside. Instead, try noticing your body from within, and the insecurities will fade gradually. A significant change in your attitude begins with little things. Notice how your feet feel when you walk barefoot, how it feels to take a breath outside, or how a morning glass of water feels. Check in and acknowledge the physical sensations and emotions you have throughout the day. Paying attention to these signals allows you to act according to your actual needs and nurture yourself. A similar awareness can help rejuvenate your mind. Note the thoughts that consume you and how they affect your body. You'll see just how often logical fallacies and your fears trap you in a destructive loop. However, there's a way out. People follow similar patterns, and you must find yours. Do you assume someone else's feelings? Do you take the all-or-nothing route? Or do you always jump to conclusions? Determine how you overthink and what triggers your negative thinking patterns. After all, knowing how your mind works is the first step to breaking through the distortions and responding differently. However, the trickiest part is feeding your soul, since everyone ignores it. But it's not something you can postpone until retirement, it needs care now. A strong connection with your soul requires a greater amount of attention to your dreams and desires. What do you really want? It may be as simple as going to a movie or making pancakes. Think of what is draining you. Is there an old jacket you've wanted to throw away, or do you hate your job? Once you act on your passions, you will feel a deeper connection with yourself. So, eat that donut. You deserve it. Your mind needs a diet. Feeling whole on your own largely depends on how you treat yourself. Your mind is complex. After all, it ensures the proper functioning of your entire body. However, the human brain isn't a machine. It needs rest to stay healthy. Millions of thoughts run through your mind daily. One triggers another, often pulling you into a vortex. In the face of constant rumination, detaching provides a much-needed break. People worldwide feel this perpetual overload, leading to meditation becoming more popular, particularly in Western culture. However, meditation can vary depending on the situation and your needs. Modern media creates noise that may nourish or overwhelm your mind. Step back and assess the content you consume. While a funny cat video gives you a hit of dopamine, it can quickly turn into 50. Watching these short clips for hours affects your attention, making you feel exhausted. Remember the core idea of social media: creating communities. The internet can benefit you if you choose what to post or who to follow carefully. Find a podcast on a topic you're passionate about and get inspired. Listening to an audiobook can provide much more than Googling a question, because a book has a story. Sometimes, a simple answer is enough, but following a character arc fuels your mind in a more personal and long-lasting way. Moreover, online communities help you find friends in adulthood. Social gatherings are an excellent way to engage with the world and explore. Your friends can provide the support and compassion everyone wants and needs. Think of your closest friends. Do you feel a positive energy from them? Do you share similar values? Do you put in the same effort toward the friendship? Surrounding yourself with kind people affects your mind. So, cherish your connections and be open to new ones. Move on already. While this journey is about connecting with yourself, you must reflect on your previous relationships with others. Your love stories affect how you love yourself, and unhealthy ones prevent you from connecting. Your first love usually appears during your teenage years. Those relationships are chaotic and usually dysfunctional, but it feels great. Teens seek their identity in someone else, engage in unhealthy conflict, and compromise themselves. Your 20s are a time for exploring. While you search for your path, you experiment, make mistakes, and face sketchy situations. Many begin serious relationships and lose themselves in them. If you've gotten this far, you probably want to escape this cycle and live intentionally. This life stage is when you set your boundaries and reassess priorities. You must own your life and be a whole person. Otherwise, you'll return to your messy 20s. Now is the time to have healthy experiences where you can connect with your partner instead of merging with them. However, moving on from past relationships doesn't mean forgetting everything in a few weeks. Rejecting parts of your story will drive the disconnection further. Instead, embrace acceptance, whether you need to forgive someone or acknowledge your pain. This journey takes time, but the emotions you process will teach you valuable lessons and allow you to build a better future. The end of a relationship is a loss, and you need to grieve. Moreover, you may feel you're improving but regress when you start dating again. It happens. You still should do the work and connect with yourself, whether you're single or seeing someone new. Unfortunately, there is no formula or time span for overcoming your previous love. Many factors affect your attachment to them, and predicting when you'll be ready to date is impossible. So, don't pressure or compare yourself. Forget how long it has been and focus on yourself. Find out what you actually want. The cause of many people's hasty new relationships is societal pressure. Many of us have a blueprint for life. Often a spouse, kids, a car, and a white picket fence. Trying to fit this mold will likely force you to compromise your needs, which often means a toxic relationship. But what if there's another option? Forget the blueprint. It defines core concepts in your life, but those definitions are someone else's. They come from your parents, colleagues, media, or your past self. Following those ideals disconnects you from your truth, draining your joy. Here are some examples of ideas others impose on you. Divorce is a failure. You must have children. Being single means there's something wrong. A degree is necessary for success. Vulnerability means weakness. Reevaluate these definitions and determine whether they resonate with you. You may need to scrap most of them and define love, success, and singlehood for yourself. You can feel happiness if you know what it is. Once you see a clear goal, you must believe you can achieve it. Many relationships fail because we try to prove our worth to someone. However, if you believe you have value, setting boundaries and expressing your needs becomes effortless. An unconditional faith in yourself sometimes requires years of relearning the beliefs formed in toxic relationships or a traumatic childhood. New experiences promote a shift in your values, making space for new definitions. Then, the more new things you experience, the more you rewire those old dishonest notions. Engage with the world to connect with yourself. Such profound work allows you to build healthy, nourishing love stories and make better choices. Remember the time before all the patterns and drama. You believed in love, yourself, and happiness. The good news is you can believe all of that again. The path to genuine, caring love has ups and downs, and your attitude can determine whether you exist or live. Singlehood doesn't equate to suffering. Enjoy yourself and grow. Conclusion. Most people feel pressured to get married and have children by 30. However, rushing or compromising your happiness to fit this mold will only hurt you. Relationships feel good, but a healthy one takes individual work that you do while single. After all, you can and should feel good without a partner. You are your own person with aspirations, needs, and, most importantly, worth. True joy requires you to be at peace with yourself, so instead of jumping from one relationship to the next, take time to learn and grow. Understanding this will ensure you enjoy singlehood and prepare you for meeting your new love. Cherish your body and mind, and remember that you are valuable. Try this. Don't live in the past. Look into the future. Reevaluate what dating and being single means to you. Meditate to create distance from overwhelming thoughts. Try new things to experience the world. It will help you learn about yourself, too. Thanks for being part of our insightful voyage. If our summary piqued your interest, we encourage you to dive into the complete book for a deeper understanding. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more content if you're new here, and share it with others who might find it valuable. Keep on reading, discovering, and advancing until our next adventure.